Welcome back to Nintendo Academy. I am Mike Perez, and what's going on with Nintendo Online expansion packs? Are we getting them? Are we not? Let's go ahead and talk about that. If we are just meeting, I am Mike Perez, and here at Nintendo Academy, we talk about everything Nintendo, from games, reviews, unboxings, and more. So consider subscribing if you love Nintendo, want to learn more about Nintendo, or just want to get along and join a community of Nintendo fans. So and don't forget to hit that bell to join our notification squad for a chance to win a Nintendo Switch OLED when we reach 10,000 subscribers here on Nintendo Academy. Okay, let's jump right in, guys. In the beginning, when Nintendo first announced their Nintendo Online Service expansion, right, thingy, we saw the price. Everybody was outraged over the price. It's already out. Nintendo 64 games. Yeah, they're having issues with glitches and a whole bunch of other things that are happening with Nintendo Online Service, including Sega Genesis. In my experience, Sega Genesis games have been working pretty good. Nintendo 64 is still kind of fuzzy there, but one thing that we saw between Sega Genesis and Nintendo 64, right in the middle, was the expansion pack for Animal Crossing's Happy Home Edition, or something like that. A lot of us, confusion hit our heads, and we didn't really understand why that was there when everybody was expecting a virtual console or Nintendo 64. Sega Genesis, not expected, but was there. Game Boy Advance games, right? So it was NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, the regular versions, and then Nintendo 64 and Game Boy games. That was the expected thing. And then when we saw this expansion pack, we will, okay, then maybe Nintendo will increase the value of the product by adding expansion packs to the online system. Well, right now, as in today, it looks like we were kind of wrong when it comes to that, because Nintendo just released the expansion pack for Hyrule Warriors, the Age of Calamity, and guess what? It's not included in the Nintendo Online membership pack. And it's an expansion pack. It's only $20. The Animal Crossing one is $25. So I'm not really sure whether we are going to have expansion packs on Nintendo Online. It might not happen. Maybe this was just one thing, just because Nintendo did really plan to release Game Boy games to Nintendo Online, but something happened along the way with the porting of the games, or just adding that structure. Because we have little apps. So they're apps. They're apps that have all of the games inside. So basically like emulator apps. The Nintendo 64 is an emulator app that you download to your Nintendo Switch, and it has all the ROMs for the games already installed. And with updates to that app, just like we have on our phones, new games are added. That's how Nintendo works with their systems. So they might have had an issue with the Game Boy app version, and maybe the games were not working as well as they should. So they just last minute, all right, Animal Crossing is on the horizon, so let's go ahead and your horizons. Let's go ahead and add that to that, just to maybe create a little more value, since we couldn't add that Game Boy game to the Nintendo Switch Online system. So now we are here thinking, what is wrong? What's going on? What's the deal? What are we expecting? Nintendo expansion packs. If there were any expansion packs to be added to Nintendo Online, it would be Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, because it's an ongoing franchise. It's an ongoing game. It's good. The Legend of Zelda. We all love it. And then we would expect the Breath of the Wild 2 expansion packs would be added, Splatoon 3, and so on. Nintendo, IPs, when it comes to their expansion packs being added to Nintendo Online. But it looks like it feels to me like it was just a one-time thing, this Animal Crossing thing, just because they couldn't get Game Boy, their Game Boy app to work well on Nintendo Online, and then hopefully they'll launch that later on, and maybe phase out this this expansion pack thing, because to me it doesn't really make sense. All right, guys, if you see behind me, I am updating the studio. It's gonna be a lot nicer here. I'm gonna do a studio tour for you guys soon, so make sure to subscribe and like this video for that. And yeah, we still have our Nintendo Switch OLED giveaway along the lines, and then more news coming up. We also have an interview with Kenny James, the voice of Bowser, on the channel soon, so I will let you guys know when that is going to be airing here at Nintendo Academy. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I am Mike Perez with Nintendo Academy.